partnership, Sean Dillon, VP Business Development, and Kathy Lomas McGee. And so I would move that we ask Sean and Kathy to come forward to speak to the addition here in the report.
Second by Councillor Cook. Any questions on that, Councillor Russell?
So who are we asking forward? Is this just the Y? Y representatives?
Yes, the Y representatives, if they're here, which I believe they are.
And not the optimists at the same time?
And well, and the optimists too, because we did invite both, so definitely someone representing the and I would add that to the motion.
Okay.
Someone from the Optimist Club to come forward to speak to the presentation here.
And a representative from the Optimists. Any other questions? Councillor Constable.
Well, I guess I have a question on a point of order. I find this bizarre. This is not a matter for us to decide tonight as to whether we're accepting this. This is just a matter from a staff report to say that we're going to just authorize the signing of a memorandum of understanding. So I'm not sure what purpose it would serve to have the Y here and the Optimist here to speak to what. I don't know. I read all the material. I know what the Y does. I'm not objecting to it at all. I'd like to see what the agreement is going to be first through the memorandum of understanding, and then maybe we may have some questions. So I just think this is setting a precedent that all of a sudden we're sitting here and we say we have a report and we have people from the public gallery who can speak to it. Are we going to let everybody from the public gallery then come and speak to it? That would be the fair thing to do. I don't understand the purpose of having anyone speak to this tonight when we're not requesting a decision on an agreement that has yet to be written.
Council asked for more information on this and asked for the representatives.
But we didn't put a date on that. We didn't put a date on that.
We didn't put a date on it.
And I think we should have been consulted on the date to prepare more time for discussion.
Councillor Owen?
We can invite the Y back 35 times if we need to. We have a motion here that was passed, approved by council at the last meeting, requesting that the Y staff come to be able to answer some questions. They are here as part of this report. This is, now maybe it's a new day and a new way of doing things, but certainly I like to get information from the horse's mouth. And certainly if we were dealing with any other contracted service, we would bring our staff to the table, we would bring representatives of the partnership to the table to be able to ask some questions. That's all we're asking here.
Do we want to hear the information? I guess that's the motion of council, is that they be invited to have a discussion about the proposal and the report. We can either have them talk to us. Not saying we're passing anything tonight or anything else with the memorandum of understanding. I'm going to call the question. All those in favor?
Recorded vote.
Okay, what are we voting on here exactly now?
We're voting whether the two representatives, one from the Optimist and one from the YMCA, can come to the table and talk to us about the program that they're proposing in this, about the memorandum of understanding.
Okay, and I just want to get clear 100% why the resistance to that. Like, are we setting a precedent for something else here? Is this what the worry is? If there's a precedent for, I want to know specifically what the worry is.
My point of order is, in the report it says, we're waiting for financial documents from the Optimist Club in order to prepare a more accurate draft operational budget and model based upon their actual numbers. Then we're waiting to prepare a draft formal agreement to present to the Optimist and municipality for comment and review. I just think this is premature, and I think to bring people out of the audience without our knowledge ahead of time sets a dangerous precedent. That in any report that can come up, people will say, you let these people speak, why can't I speak to it? I just think it's so premature. We've got nothing to discuss. There's nothing drafted. There's nothing planned. It's just out of the blue, come and tell us what you're going to do, but there's nothing proposed.
So we have an information docket here. We could invite them to come back on a certain date as a delegation.
With the draft.
And we're not sending any presidents. I mean, I know that they're here and it seems petty, but I also want to ensure that we're consistent with our dealings with all the public as well. This is what I'm worried about.
Okay, we'll let, when we're speak once more. Councillor Elman.
We received an agenda, a public agenda, that on Friday. It's on our website. Item 6.3, Community Services, DSC Report Number 13, 2012, regarding the Grand Bend Youth Center update. This report was tabled April 2nd. Members of the Grand Bend Optimists and the YMCA will be available to answer any questions with respect to this proposal. There it is, public information that we've all had, that the entire community has had. What is the issue?
Another point of order, there is no proposal. We haven't even drafted the memorandum of understanding. The report clearly says there is still information to come in. I'm just saying it's premature. I think when you have it in and you're ready to make the decision, I say, yes, bring them to the table, by all means, plan it. But this, we may have to bring them back to the table. And I just find it strange that council wasn't, informed ahead of time that this would be the date that this would happen, because it's just, there's nothing to discuss. There's still information that's outstanding here. Financial numbers, I just think it's...
6.3, I believe, is the memorandum of understanding that's being proposed. Am I correct on that? Yeah. So we have the memorandum of understanding.
But it's not binding, we're just saying we can sign it.
At the last meeting, they asked us if we would sign the memorandum of understanding in principle, that's nothing binding, and bring it back to this meeting. We didn't do that. We tabled the motion because we wanted more information. I'm going to call the question that's been asked for a recorded vote. All those in favor of letting the representatives come to the table to talk to us? Who's opposed? Motion's carried. And we go back to the 6.3, report number 13. If I could have a representative from the Optimist and a representative from the YMCA take the hot seats. There's going to be questions.
Thank you. Mayor and Council, I'm Sean Dillon with the YMCA. I'll let my colleagues and partners here introduce themselves at the table.
Kathy Lomas McGee with the YMCA, Senior Vice President of Operations.
And Brian Roberts with the Grand Bend Optimist Club. As put before you in the council package, really the YMCA responded to an issue in the press in the fall where the Optimist Club had come to council requesting support for the Grand Bend Youth Center. We've had a number of meetings to talk about a potential partnership. You have an overview of really the early stages of the partnership development and our recent presentation to the Optimist Club. The memorandum of understanding that you have before you in the package, as has been stated, is really not a legal binding document. What it does for us, though, is tells us that all of the partners around the table are interested in pursuing this partnership. It's a signal to us that time invested in this partnership is of value to all of the partners, and that it certainly warrants that further investigation to bring forward more concrete operating pro formas and a full business plan and operating agreement for the partnership for later consideration. We understand it does not agree that an operating partnership would be formed, but it indicates that the parties are interested in moving down the road and seeing if one may be possible.
Okay. Any questions of council? Deputy Mayor Day.
Yes, thank you. Through you two, I guess. Thank you for coming. Just a couple questions. First of all, could you describe in greater detail the health, fitness, social, and developmental programming that you plan to provide through this center that's mentioned in the memorandum of understanding?
I think there's a long history of programming that the Optimist has been providing in that center. We're looking to continue with that programming and build upon it. So we've looked at the partnerships that are already existing. The Optimist Club has done a great job of reaching out into the broader community and partnering with sports groups, with local providers. We certainly see continuing that. The day camp programs that are run throughout the summer have been hugely successful for them. We would see continuing those programs as well. There's a